Ladies and gentlemen, the American Jury and Bulldog Nation, welcome to the Eric Deters Show. Today in history, the Battle of Hastings was fought. 1066, William the Conqueror beat Harold. Harold took an arrow in the eye. And it's also, of course, Columbus Day. It's Columbus Day, not Indigenous Peoples Day. Do you believe it? All right, Trump went out to Coachella and had a big old rally trying to stir up the congressional seats out there, maybe get a few. But the real reason why I think he does these big rallies in New York and California is because they're broadcasted out to the whole country, and it helps him with voters in other states. These are almost like national rallies. So the fact that it's in California, a state he's not going to win, it still helps him. All right, and the latest polling numbers show that the United States Senate's probably going to go Republican. It's all leaning that way. And with early voting begun in so many states, it cannot be happening at a better time. All the momentum is with Trump. And the problem is Kamala Harris, if you look at her TV ads that are running at least in the Cincinnati area, they're all so regurgitated negative stuff about Trump. And they're not going to move the needle. Border Patrol Union unanimously endorsed Trump. That's not a big shocker, is it? Walz went out hunting with a shotgun, acting like he knew what the hell he was doing. He couldn't load it. He couldn't load it. Funny meme going around where there's a tampon. He's trying to put a tampon in the shotgun. There was an arrest at Coachella that this guy claims he was a Trump supporter, but he had a fake VIP credentials. And in addition to that, he also had firearms. So the fact that he was a Trumper, who knows? But they've arrested the guy. He's claiming he was not going to shoot Trump. We'll see what happens. Trump says generators. Boy, he's jumping on everything that's hot, isn't he? He says generators will be tax deductible. Why not? Should be. Meghan McCain, that is, says she's going to let Kamala Harris have it about what her dad really thought about her if she keeps trying to invoke her father's name. Meghan, I can't stand your father, so I don't really care. And you've done enough to hurt Trump. All right, Stevie Wonder has apparently endorsed Kamala Harris. He's done this without seeing her. Trump, all right, he says migrants, illegal immigrants who come in and kill, death penalty. Well, I would hope so. Boeing sacked 17,000 people. That's a lot of workers making good money. Latest polls, Kamala Harris, narrow national, Trump's narrow winning all the swing states. 7-Eleven is going to close 400 locations. Folks, what's going on? The economy's real. You know what happens is the rich get richer, the poor get poorer, the middle class dissolves. Trump wants military aircraft for protection based upon the Iranian threat. Biden's administration apparently says no to F-16s, but they'll help in other ways. We'll see. Trump's going to go on Joe Rogan. That'll be big. Trump is going to have an all-female town hall. That's really smart. And guess what? 1/3 of the people are behind on their car loans. And guess what Vogue does? They give Kamala a cover. Doesn't matter. Nobody reading Vogue's going to vote for Trump anyway. Do not be a ruddy, rump-fed pig nut. Welcome back, Sabrina. I got my producer back. Thank you, Roger, for filling in while she was gone. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Coming up next, local news. All right, with local news, here we go. A gentleman showed up at the Newport fire station, shot, and he later died. Haven't got the name yet. Shootings all around. Going to increase. This guy here was shot somebody, he was the shooter, shot somebody while he was getting a haircut and killed him. Barber shops aren't even safe anymore. Northern Lights came last week, and a lot of people took some incredible photographs. Did you, Sabrina, on your vacation, take photographs?
No.
Oh, my God. I can't believe you didn't. Guess what? We didn't either. We forgot.
My whole family did.
St. Xavier staff members, apparently, this is the high school, apparently has been dismissed for an inappropriate crossing the line with a student. Here we go. Xavier Med School's breaking ground. Go Xavier. And Ohio Issue 1 is out there being voted on. If you didn't know, Ohio Issue 1 is this. If you vote yes, That means you're for forming a committee, nonpartisan, 1/3 Democrats, 1/3 Republicans, 1/3 independents, and then we'll decide the congressional district, the state house districts, as opposed to the majority party. The Republicans want you to vote yes or no because they control the legislature. You know what? Whoever controls the legislature used to get to do this. Now they're wanting to fight it. All right, coming up next, Jamie Spinley and his World News.
Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. Let's see what's going on around the world today. China has started military exercises near Taiwan to warn against moves for independence. The drills, called Joint Sword 2024B, aim to test the readiness of Chinese forces. No date has been set for the exercises to end. A train collision in Migrant, Egypt killed at least one person and injured several others. A locomotive hit the back of a passenger train, sending two carriages into a nearby waterway. This is the second major train accident in Egypt this month. In other news, Hezbollah drone strike killed 4 Israeli soldiers near Afia, making one of the most serious attacks in recent months. In retaliation, Israel airstrikes killed 51 people in Lebanon. In Gaza, 22 people, including 15 children, died when a school shelter was bombed. And an airstrike by the Sudanese army hit a parliamentary base in Khartoum, killing 23 people and injuring more than 40. The attack also struck a local market and residential area with civilians amongst the victims. You up to date on the world news? It's all bad news, waiting for some good stories. But we have some good news. My producer, Sabrina, is back from vacation. Happy to have you back, Sabrina.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll be back tomorrow. Coming up next, Sports Without Boundaries. Cheerio.
All right, here we go with Sports Without Boundaries. How about them Bengals? 17-7, held on and beat the Giants. Thank God, that was a must-win. Tonight, the Bills play the Jets. That'll always be a good game. And then the Major League Baseball playoffs, the pennant race starts with the championship for both the National League and American League. And the Dodgers began by beating the Mets 9-0. Today, the Yankees play the Guardians and the Dodgers play the Mets again. The Cowboys got their asses beat by the Detroit Lions. Awful. And Hutchinson broke his leg. The great defensive end for the Detroit Lions broke his leg. By the way, I like the Lions football team. They deserve to get their ass kicked. By the way, other games that mattered. The Eagles beat the Browns. What else makes a difference? The Steelers won. We don't like that. All right, in college football, Bama survived. You know what? I crack up all these games where people say, oh, we didn't win by much. You know what? Winning is freaking winning. And you see these teams get upset. I'd rather be a team that barely wins than loses, like Ole Miss. But Alabama beat South Carolina 27-25, Clemson 49, Wake Forest 14. Texas killed Oklahoma 34-3, their numero uno. Penn State in overtime, 33 over USC. Notre Dame killed Stanford. And the big game many of you all care about, Oregon took down Ohio State. Uh-oh. UK March Madness opened up this weekend. Rick Pitino came. It was all wonderful. Big Blue Madness, UK basketball. Thank God Calipari is gone. He overstayed his welcome. Coming up next, pop culture. All right, here we go with pop culture. Got 3 good stories. Saturday Night Live had Family Feud. It was great. It was Kamala Harris, her husband. Who else was on there? Joe Biden, which was played by Dana Carvey. It was great stuff. Oh, and Walz. Funny, funny, funny. And then you had Trump Jr. and J.D. Vance. A lot of people are saying, well, they're finally picking on Kamala Harris. RFK Jr. and Cheryl Hines were shown hand in hand going to the Kennedy compound. Looks like their marriage will survive. And Elton John says he's dying. He says he's deaf, he's blind, and he's dying. Elton John. Good old Elton. What an icon. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day.